Hello everyone, welcome to Foreign Affairs Commentary. This year, the National Day and Mid-Autumn Festival holidays are combined in mainland China, resulting in an extra long holiday. In addition to Chinese tourists traveling abroad, mainland media have observed strong demand for inbound tourism from foreign tourists, driven by favorable factors such as visa-free policies and the resumption of flights. This has led to a two-way payment system at Chinese border crossings. The National Immigration Administration predicts that the average daily number of passengers entering and leaving China during November and the Mid-Autumn Festival holiday will exceed 2 million. Speaking of two-way travel, I recently saw two articles I'd like to share with you. One article talks about foreign tourists being shocked by how advanced China's technology is and how backward Europe is. The other article talks about Chinese cars being exported to the UK and experiencing some issues. This highlights how safe and secure life in China is. Let's take a look at a recent South China Morning Post report that pointed out that more and more foreign tourists are traveling to China specifically to reflect this technological trend. French people living in Hong Kong, China. Marc Guyon, a Frenchman living in Hong Kong, decided to travel to Shanghai in early August. The highlight of his trip was not the city's Art Deco architecture, but rather the driverless taxis and hotel delivery robots. Mark said it was absolutely stunning. China looks like a world of the future. It seems that all foreigners have the same reaction. Many people share this kind of content online, and he does the same. This phenomenon is becoming increasingly common. Driven by social media, a wave of tech tourism to China is rising overseas. Tourists are flying to China specifically to experience advanced technology and urban landscapes. At the same time, content about traveling in China is exploding on overseas social media. On the short video platform TikTok, posts with the hashtag #ChinaTravel. The number of videos with the # China Travel hashtag has already exceeded 215,000. 1/3 of these were uploaded in the past year. Many of the most popular posts depict China's major cities as sci-fi destinations, focusing on scenes that many overseas viewers find futuristic, such as paying by scanning your palm, drone food deliveries, and driverless taxis. Chongqing in southwest China has even been called China's cyberpunk capital. Many videos posted on platforms like Instagram or YouTube marvel at this spectacular urban landscape. Reports say these videos are very popular and seem to have already impacted the tourism industry. Nora, the head of the travel agency China Highlights, says that in recent years, demand for tech tourism in China has surged dramatically. They have found that more and more overseas tourists, especially those from Europe and Singapore, are requesting to include tech experiences in their itineraries. She said these requests include things like self-driving car experiences or ordering a meal delivered by drone at the Great Wall. For many customers, these experiences have already become the highlights of their trips. Nora said that foreign tourists often download Alipay or WeChat Pay before arriving in China. Dutch business consultant and China tech enthusiast Ed Sander launched the China Tech Tour as early as 2018. Since 2023, Sander has been providing guided tours for groups of 10 to 20 overseas visitors. They visit facilities operated by Chinese tech companies such as Alibaba and Xiaomi and experience things like delivery robots and high-speed rail. These types of tours attract not only foreign tech enthusiasts but also investors who want to understand China's innovation ecosystem. Sander says they are often amazed by what they see. Sander says that many participants are surprised by how advanced China is. Previously, their impressions of China were often influenced by biased Western media, but after the tours, these travelers develop a more objective view of China. He said that for some people this contrast is even shocking. Sander said they realize how fast the pace of development is here and how slow it is in Europe. It's like a wake-up call. An article in the Wall Street Journal on September 29th also mentioned that, thanks to the widespread dissemination through social media, Chongqing is becoming known for this very reason. Its highly futuristic and cyberpunk-style cityscape has become a must-visit destination for both Chinese and foreign tourists. For example, a light rail line and famous attractions that local residents have noticed. Liziba Station, which appears to be a ground-level plaza but is actually built on the roof of a 22-story building, and at night, night, the skyline is lit up with dazzling lights. Reports describe how tourists just flock to this super city that looks like something out of a sci-fi blockbuster, marveling at Chongqing's incredible architectural sites, have gone viral online, completely transforming the image of this city. Overnight, countless Chinese and international tourists felt they simply had to visit Chongqing. In 2024, the total number of overnight visitors received by Chongqing reached 1.19 billion visits, an increase of about 17%. I myself just recently joined a tour group to Chengdu and Chongqing, and I really did see quite a few foreign tourists at street attractions. I even saw foreign tourists while watching a large-scale musical performance in Chongqing with strong patriotic educational themes. Even at the performance of 1949, I saw foreign audience members. The reason is that this show not only has a high artistic value, but the stage design and audience experience are both incredibly vivid. Even for those not very familiar with the history of New China, the rotating and elevating effects of the stage and audience seats are full of unexpected surprises. The breakthrough stage technology creates an immersive viewing experience. The design of the theatre is very unique. The audience area and stage area are integrated, and the performance space and viewing space are intertwined. The audience also becomes part of the performance. Since the implementation of the new border crossing policy in 2024, the cumulative number of foreign audiences has exceeded 20,000. The middle part highlights the unique charm of this play. It can be summarized like this. Today, foreign tourists who have no prejudice can not only experience Chinese culture when traveling in China, but also experience the improvement in quality of life brought by technology. It can be said that China really makes some tourists from the United States and Europe feel like they have entered the future, while others, the story is about a report by Webb on September 14th from the UK, which said that British insurance companies recently told Chinese car companies that if they want their vehicles on UK roads, they must make key modifications to their vehicles, namely to enhance their anti-theft equipment. On average, there are 11 car thefts per hour in the UK, while car crime in China is very rare. Industry insiders say this is still a rapid learning process for Chinese car companies. The anti-theft features added to Chinese cars exported to the UK include simple mechanical devices, such as a layer of steel around the anti-theft wheel caps and door locks, as well as software systems for detecting and preventing illegal entry. This year, sales of Chinese cars in the UK have grown significantly, now accounting for about 1/12 of new car sales in the UK. This includes well-known brands like MG and electric vehicle manufacturer BYD, as well as new entrants like Chery, which began selling its own brand of fuel SUVs in the UK in September. Since the earlier launch of the Omoda and JQ brands in the UK this year, Chery's new car sales in the UK have reached about 20,000 units. According to local regulations, new car models exported to the UK must undergo risk assessments by professional organisations representing insurance companies. The assessment tests include a 2-minute anti-tampering test. Test results show that many Chinese car models need to strengthen their anti-theft features. Ben Townsend, head of the automotive division at vehicle risk assessment company Thatcham Research, said, "We are working closely with Chinese car manufacturers to provide advice on vehicle safety upgrades for the UK market." He pointed out that car theft issues in China are different from those faced in the UK and Europe, so features such as engine immobilizers, door protection devices to prevent access to internal locks, and software-based intrusion detection systems have not previously been prioritized. He added that these features usually do not require major structural changes to the vehicles, meaning they can be applied to new models that are already in mass production. Chery executives said that the relevant modifications have already been quickly implemented in the production process in China. BYD, which has only been selling in the UK market for 2 years, has already surpassed Tesla in sales. BYD stated that they have already worked with Thatcham Research to understand the UK's anti-theft requirements and have invested significant effort to improve the anti-theft performance and insurability of their vehicles in the UK market. According to reports, in general, it is believed that the incidence of theft involving Chinese cars and other cases is much lower than in the UK. In recent years, car theft in the UK has shown a clear upward trend and has become a focus of attention for society and the insurance industry. In addition to the increase in numbers, the methods of theft have also changed. Traditional methods like breaking locks or smashing windows are gradually being replaced by electronic means. Many cases involve keyless entry systems or in-car electronic systems being hacked, making high-end models and locally popular models the primary targets for theft. Targets. It's not just the UK. Car theft is also a serious issue in Italy, France, Spain, and Germany. To briefly summarize the content of this report, it discusses how Chinese car exports to Europe and the UK are facing these modification requirements. On the surface, it may seem like it's saying Chinese cars don't meet the standards, but if you look deeper, it actually highlights that compared to others. How much safer and more secure life actually is in China compared to the Western world.